One of the questions that I ask of clients is for them to give me an idea of what their family dynamics were growing up. So this is not something that we stay focused on the whole time, but we all grew up in one family. Maybe we got to have the experience of growing up in two different families at times, or our parents were separated and we had several different family dynamics that we experienced. Those things are helpful for me to learn, like, more about you as a person. For example, if you grow up in a family and every family has rules, unspoken rules most of the time, your parents or loved ones, people that were watching over you, didn't have to tell you exactly what those rules were, but you know what they are. So some of the things that come up, and I'll ask my clients about them, is I ask them, okay, what are some unspoken family rules that you had? Like things like what happens in the family stays in the family. If mama ain't happy or if dad ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Mom cooks and cleans. Dad just works outside the home, or it can be vice versa. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Dad or mom always get the last word. Kids do not ask uncomfortable questions about what they can or can't do. Questions about politics, religion. There's like an underlying rule of how things are done in their home, and if they do it differently, they can get in trouble. Things don't go so smoothly. Typically, when I ask people, they have a few ideas on what that looked like. So that's just kind of like a beginning of where I go with my clients. It's not the only thing I work with them on in their first session with me, but more than anything, I'm getting an idea of where they're coming from, because we show up in our relationships in the ways in which we did when we grew up in many ways, because that's how we survived. Those were survival skills. And then we end up moving into other relationships in our lives and we get frustrated because of the way others do things, because they're not playing by the same rules as our family. And I will say that even if you come from an incredible family, we don't typically want to play the same roles we did growing up. And so it's good for us to know what we tend to do so that we can do it differently. We can show up different and create a relationship that does have value to us and that is very helpful.